Under a public records request, Fox 13 obtained documents showing state spending utilizing what's called emergency procurement powers during the COVID-19 pandemic. And today, Governor Gary Herbert's office gave us more information on what they've been buying with taxpayer dollars.
The supply chains dried up, and they still are very shattered.
State officials say they were doing everything they could to buy personal protective equipment and other things necessary to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Dig under every nook and cranny and look under every rock and everything we can to be able to find a good, solid supply chain. That has not been easy.
The governor's office provided details of what they've spent money on. It's at $108 million and counting, mostly on personal protective equipment, tech contracts for testing and tracing of the virus, and data.
I believe that it's been money well spent so far. We've been able to utilize that money wisely and effectively, and we're receiving everything that we've purchased so far.
Fox 13 first reported last week on the state emergency spending. Under a public records request, we obtained spending logs and contracts showing how desperate state employees were to find in-demand items early on in the pandemic.
We had employees going all throughout the state trying to find hand sanitizer, gloves, masks, finding what they could in order to operate and provide a safe work environment.
Under the governor's emergency orders, the state can buy things without a traditional public bid process. Commissioner of Public Safety says the pandemic and short supply of critically needed equipment demanded the emergency spending.
In the best interest of the people, the citizens of the state, for the protection of keeping our people safe, keeping our economy up and going, and getting it now back up and going, we want to do that as quickly as possible. We had to have the speed, the surprise, and like we say when we attack any enemy, the violence of action.
Time will tell whether or not these are wise purchases. I understand that they had to do them quickly, but I would like to see more transparency.
Representative Andrew Stoddart tells Fox 13 he's opened a bill in the legislature to rein in some of the emergency spending in the future.
It would limit what types of purchases could be made with the no-bid contracts. I'm glad the governor put a stop to it now, but I do feel like it was used a little bit too broadly at the beginning.
The Utah State Auditor and legislative committees are already planning to scrutinize some of the spending. The governor has already scaled some of it back, and the state is starting to publish some data online. We've posted what we have received so far at fox13now.com. Live on the Hill, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.